G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. We are here with season 2 of Silo. How do I explain season 1? It's definitely my fault for not re-watching season 1 in preparation for this. I did not have the time, unfortunately, but let's see what I remember. Okay, it's a post-apocalyptic future. They're living in a converted missile silo, I believe. There's about 10,000 people living there, and they all get told that they're the last of humanity. I don't remember character names, but it was the woman that played by Rebecca Ferguson. What was it? Was it Charlotte, maybe? Whatever the main character's name is, that woman. She was like an engineer working on the lower levels, but then the whole thing turned into like a big murder mystery because like her husband died and she wanted to figure out what happened because she realized there's something fishy going on with like the official report. And then the whole thing just turned into like there's a whole Big Brother thing going on. They got cameras everywhere. They're watching everything. I know that people I don't want to say illegally go down to where like the missile was or something, or there's like a big drill. Oh yeah, I think it was a big ass drill they used to like maybe create the silo that's chilling there underground in case they need it again. But there's a whole bunch of like pre-silo artifacts, I believe is what they called them, down there. People find them, collect them, trade them and stuff, but they are forbidden artifacts. They get bagged and tagged and put into a vault. And then they have a situation about the outside as well. What was that one? There's an image projected like in the mess or the cafeteria, whatever you want to call it, that shows, it's a projected image via a camera that's pointed outside that shows the outside, and I think it's supposed to be like, oh man, I think there's like a hill with like a tree. I don't know if it's supposed to be like green grass and stuff. I'm just trying to remember. It's probably best if I Google it. You know what? Let me do that quickly, because I can't remember what the image is supposed to be. Is there... So that's the window. Yeah, it's supposed to be green grass with like a tree, but then the reality is something completely different. It's basically sand, yeah, with like a dead tree. Going outside is a punishment. If you break serious laws, you can go outside. Maybe. What is it? Because this is what it looks. This is what it really looks like outside. It's like a barren wasteland. So the projected image is green. It's lush. It's supposed to show people hope for the future about leaving the silo. But then we ended season 1 with this image here. Like, this is the silo in the circle there. She left. She went outside. Saw the real image. I think she projected that image back. Like, I think that was the whole plan. But we ended this with the last image of there being multiple silos all clustered together with like a destroyed, what looks like to be a destroyed city in the background. I don't know if it really is or not, but it was like a nuclear weapons went off type of deal. These people living underground, they get told they're the only ones, but then the reality is something completely different. I assume it's 10,000 per silo. Could be something more, but like that's where we ended up. That's the reality situation. Season 1 was fantastic. That's why I'm obviously continuing on with season 2. I don't know how they're going to beat season 1, because I was hooked on every episode, but there's only one way to find out. But before we get to that, just want to remind everybody that my Patreon is now live at $10 a month. We got 2 weeks early access for all the catch-up shows like Camp Cretaceous, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Tales of the Turtles, Batman Cape Crusader. That's it for the moment. Obviously, live shows, they can't be done more than one episode at a time. If they drop one episode at a time, catch-up show like they do all season drops at once, I may be able to pull that off. But in the meantime, that's it. $10 a month. Thank you all for the love and support. But let's get to season 2 of Silo.
Take Russell alive, understood? For freedom!
Freedom! I would not want to be first. Man, they gotta cross that bridge and everything. It's like fish in a barrel. Now, why did they not actually just go, Shields first? Interesting. He's dead. That's not a good sign. Yeah, it's different silo. They went outside. Where did they go from here? There's not a time jump at all. Okay. They just went outside and what? Died because of the radiation? That's what happens, yeah? Take your suit off. It's very unfortunate for them. They fought so hard to get out as well. Is that all, like, close to 10,000? How many is that? Shit. Essentially like a mass suicide, yeah? That is such an image, not gonna lie to you. They didn't make it far at all. Those two made it out of the crater. Did we see the child's body? Did I miss that? Jesus. Would you really want to walk down there, though? You know what I mean? Like, that's a lot of bodies you're stepping on right now. My heavy ass would be going straight through every single one of them. Just worry about her damaging the suit. What is her plan? She's got a full weight on that and everything. Surprised that bar hasn't bent. Okay, so the latch for the door was like there. I mean, I'm glad she wasn't the only person to figure it out. People in this silo figured out the same thing. She could have fucked her eyes up right there. Well, I assume because that inner door was shut, she'd be fine from radiation. Hopefully there's another suit nearby that she can use if she wants to leave again. And that's just the intro? Jesus Christ. See, I don't know about doing this. You know, if I saw all those dead bodies out the front of that silo, I would have moved on to the next one. Because this is just creepy. Like, this is where horror stuff begins, you know? This is what I assumed most of the bunkers in Fallout would look like, yeah? If most of them have died or moved on somewhere.
We keeping you awake?
No?
You know you don't have to stay at Mrs. Weaver's if you don't want. You can come stay with my dad and me.
No thanks.
Suit yourself.
Bit disrespectful, but I mean, what else do you say?
I had an awful dream. Only it wasn't a dream. It happened when I woke up. I opened my eyes and I realized that while I'd been asleep, everybody had gone. I was totally alone. It's the worst feeling I ever had.
Dying alone. Nobody wanted to experience it?
I yelled, "Is anybody out there? Anybody out there?" I yelled over and over. Until Fred down the alley told me to shut the fuck up. It was 3 a.m.
And that's why everyone had gone.
Hello? Is someone there?
Something clanging and banging. Because, like, the vault in our silo, let's say, wasn't that where all the artifacts were? Well, maybe that's where the control room was as well, kinda, yeah? All the camera monitors. Now, I just remembered, is this the show that had the whole pregnancy thing as well? Like, there was a lottery? But it's like every woman had a thing put inside them that stops pregnancy from happening. In order to get pregnant, you have to take it out. And then they said they were going to take it out of her, maybe? But they didn't end up doing that? Was that this show? Lucky she was in the right spot, kind of. Ah, the generator flooded. Cool. So that one poor bastard that fell at the, like when we saw them at the beginning, that one poor bastard fell. There was no water there. So I assume everybody in the silo is dead. I think that's where they're going with this. There might be some clanging and banging, but I don't think someone's alive. Shut up, it's 3 a.m. What, are you gonna use your knife to cut it? What are you doing? Bile. Where'd she pull these from? That look long enough? The bridge she's making? Yeah, it's not as big as a gap as I thought. Is she just pulling this stuff out of her ass or something? Or did they skip the I'm gonna collect all these things montage? Nice. Is it stable enough to walk over though? Don't walk in the middle. I'll put my feet on the poles. Or run. Just run. What is she tied to? That would have made it so hard to climb up that too. Okay, so she built a bridge and then got over it. Is that the last thing running in the entire silo? Because where's Russell? Also. Is he still down here? Did he die like the rest of them? Because nothing seems livable. So far, coming down here has been a bit of a waste of time. You have to go through that door. Music? Is that what that is? Yeah. I had my headphones turned down a little bit because of all the loud noises and stuff hurting my ears. Let me turn it up. Definitely music. I forget what the song is called. Bullberry Friend. Moon River, that's what it is. I forget the singer. Breakfast at Tiffany's? I know Sinatra also did a cover.
Hey,
What the hell?
good.
Is this Russell?
Heard the music. I love that song. So, one thing, you tried to open the door. I get it. You know, you see a closed door. What's on the other side? You know, I understand. Thing is, you do that again,
Different colored eyes.
I kill you.
Different sized pupils. I assume that's Russell. What's it called? Because I had that in Tales of the Turtles. Yeah, it was heterochromia is multicolored eyes. Sometimes it can just be in the one eye, but the different pupils is something called like anisocoria or something like that. Everything I read because of that Turtles episode was basically anisocoria's different sized pupils, but I didn't see any mention of that being the cause of multicolored eyes. Whereas the multicolored eyes thing was heterochromia. And when I sort of Googled that, there was no mention of that causing different sized pupils. So there might be one and the same. I'm not really sure. But that is what that's called. Just the other thing, the last thing I wrote down, Moon River, Audrey Hepburn. I know Frank Sinatra, and I think even Frank Ocean did a cover of that song as well. It's not a song you hear very often. I think it was like Breakfast at Tiffany's. I know it was in The Flash. I don't really remember hearing it anywhere else. Lately, anyway. Well, we can talk about the silo number 2 if we need to. They all dead. They all left the silo without any suits. Didn't get very far before they all died. And I assume it's Russell at the end there who's still alive. Yeah, obviously the same thing happened in this silo as it did maybe in like silo number 1. They discovered the truth, things being hidden. Obviously, this silo to a far greater extent than silo number 1. They kind of rebelled and then everybody died. And obviously the generator also flooded like they said it was going to. And I think that what's made everybody else try to leave maybe as well. That was a lot of dead bodies, man. That was some great imagery that they pulled off with that. Especially her going down the stairs and just having to step on the skeletons and not the actual stairs. Oh, man. But yeah, this episode was basically her having flashbacks to her childhood, working on that, what'd you call it? Recycling line, maybe? And then her fixing stuff. And then, yeah, the rest of it was just her trying to make her way across to where she is now. And just building stuff, making a bridge. Yeah. But even though there was no real dialogue, because she was by herself, obviously she's not speaking or anything, it was still, I think, pretty well done. I think it was mainly lighting and music that really pulled off the this place is dead kind of thing. Everything's nice and quiet, so you can hear like a pin drop thing. That's how she heard the fan and everything. Not much else to talk about, really. I wonder how many silos we're going to investigate in this season. Because there's really not much going on in this one other than Russell doing his thing. It's a good episode. I liked it. It's good to be back in this world. Let me know what you'll think about this season debut in the comment section down below. And join me next week. Well, actually, no. By the time this comes out, it would be this week. So join me next time for episode 2 of season 2 of Silo. But in the meantime, as usual, if you'll enjoy this reaction and want to see more, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and of course, join me next time. I'll see you there. Bye, guys.